What's up, guys? Welcome back to another day trading video, and today we are going to talk about taking a loss. So today we're gonna go more into that aspect, your little brain right there, more in the physiological aspect of trading. So not the technical analysis, not the price action, but more on the mind. All right, we have the mind, then we have the body. The body's more like trading, price action, all that, blah blah blah, and then we have the mind, the person who takes the trade. All right, so you got to think like a trader. All right, so let's cover everything we have right here. First, we have taking a loss. All right, so taking a loss essentially means losing money. What does it mean when you lose money? It means you're angry, you have less money, and then you get that revenge feeling, like you want to take revenge. Someone just took your money. All right, you're not happy about that. You're not gonna let that slide either. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna get angry. You're gonna know you have less money, which is gonna affect you, and you're gonna start to revenge trade. That's what we call it, revenge trade. All right. So how do we combat this? How do we stop this? So we just reflect and reset. All right. That's why it's important. That's why it's important to journal. That's why I emphasize so much on journaling. Journaling allows you to reflect and reset. You stop, reflect, and reset. You ask yourself, it's okay. I lost. It's okay. I lost. All right. What can I learn? All right. And when I mean it's okay, I lost, know that losing is a part of the game. This is so important. Losing is so important to trading. So if you tell someone you're a trader, when I tell people I'm a trader, I tell them I lose a lot of money too. I win some money, yes, but I also lose it because losing is a part of the trade. There's no setup where you win 100% of the time with every trade you take. No, 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 no. Maybe on one day you win every trade. You take 4, 3, 2 trades and you win every single one of them. But over a month, a week, or just 2 days, maybe even one day, you will lose a trade. If you take 2 trades, one of those trades you might lose. All right. It all depends on your physiological, your aspect, what you're thinking. All right. So you have to think clearly and think like a trader. All right. So know that losing a part of the game, losing is a part. So that's why it's okay. Do not be mad. Do not have these emotions. Do not be angry. Do not say, "Oh, damn it! Now I have less money." No, 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 no. So we have a way to combat less money. I'm gonna get into that real quick. And do not revenge. All right. Say it's okay. 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 Combat these two. Well, these three, but these two mainly. All right. You once you say it's okay, you're saying I'm not angry. Once you say it's okay, you're not gonna revenge trade. You're gonna let it go. That's why I say it's okay. Calm down, all right? You have to think clearly so you can do your stuff clearly, all right? If you think like a psychopath, you're gonna do psychopathic things where you just revenge trade and then boom, you lose a lot more money than you anticipated, all right, or you wanted to. With revenge trading, I guarantee you are going to lose money. And you're going to recognize that you're revenge trading. Like, what is revenge trading? Is when you lost and you try to get that money back, but you're never going to get that money back. You're always going to lose. All right. So, because you're just hopping into the market with no analysis, you're just hopping into the market with, guess what? Emotions. All right. So that's why reflecting and resetting is okay. Reflecting and resetting is what you need to do. And say to yourself, it's okay. Losing is a part of the game. It's a part of trading. All right. Every single trader in the world, these big banks too, they have lost too. Right. No one has 100% win rate. No one. Even if you see it on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, I have 100% win rate. Lie, lie. That's not true. All right. They always lost. At least they lost more than once. All right. They had to take a loss to learn from it. That's why I say, what can I learn from this? And how do you get that help? From reflecting and resetting. All right. Now, how do we combat less money? All right. We have risk management or rules. That's why risk management is one of the three most important things we have: a strategy, the mindset, and risk management. All right. So when you're losing, you have a risk management. I'm only losing a certain amount. I'm not losing my whole entire bank account. I'm willing to lose this much, and I'm comfortable with losing that much. All right. That's why you also have rules. I have a rule that I'm willing to lose. For example, I have a $1,000, no, like a $1,000 account. I'm only willing to lose $50 on that account. And if I lose $50 on that day, I stop, reset, see what I did wrong on that trade, and learn from it. See where I'm getting at? I hope you do. All right. So that's why it's important to have risk management and rules. Very, very important. One final thing I would add is one loss doesn't define you. All right. You're gonna start right here. You're gonna go up, up. You see these days where you go down, like right here, right here, right there, right there. That can be mistakes, bad luck, whatever, blah 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 blah. All right. The point is, these mistakes aren't gonna stop you from going to the top. You know why? This random person or whatever, whoever this is, just ends up at the top right here. It's because they didn't stop. So do not quit. Do not quit. All right, keep going. You can reach that top. All right, you just gotta learn from your mistakes. On every point, they went to the bottom. They learned and growed. Another mistake, they learned and grow. Another mistake, big mistake right there, but they didn't stop. Another mistake right there, but they didn't stop. No matter how deep down they went, they growed. All right, reflect on your journey. All right, that's why we set and we reflect and reset. Reflect that you started from here, the very bottom, and now you're up here or up here. All right, so at least you grow. You made a mistake, but you're growing. All right, so grow, and this is also why it's very important to have risk management. All right, because if you don't, you can have one of those days where you just make a brutal mistake and end up all the way at the bottom where it just might be over, or you end up more on the bottom where you just go like negative, which is never would I wish for any of you. I never want you to end up either back where you started or more deeper down. All right. So that's what you must learn. Risk management. Oh my gosh. So important. You know what stops this? Risk management. Risk management stops it, and you can continue to grow because you still have this amount left to use to grow even further more. All right. That's it. Yeah, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and that's it. This is Josh Trade Wars, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.